How's it going, everybody? This is day 3 of 4 of going out sourcing every day to replenish the eBay store. This is the first time that I've done 4 consecutive days of sourcing. Well, it's technically 3 so far, but planning on going out again tomorrow. I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything that I found for the store today. I would say it was better than yesterday, but not as good as Monday. So we'll kind of put it as kind of the B tier here. But anyway, let me just do a breakdown of everything that we found, why we bought it. Again, you can just assume on average we paid about $5 a piece, maybe slightly higher average for a couple of pieces overall, but we'll just say $5. It's pretty close enough. All right, the first thing that we got here was this buzzing around. This is a Disney Parks Epcot. Now there is a little bit of staining on here, so I'm going to try to wash that out, but it is 2XL. And there were some decent comps on it for this buzzing around shirt. Really cool. This is from 2025, so it's recent, it's new, something that people still might be looking for if they were, if they were there, but they did not actually get it. Then we also picked up this Old Guys Rule Made in the USA t-shirt, new with tags, extra large, born in the USA. So that's the type of shirt I think that'll sell well, certainly by Christmas. And then we did pick up a Vineyard Vines. Now, I don't pick up most of these Vineyard Vines t-shirts. I see them everywhere. But I liked this one, and I liked the fact that I couldn't find it online for Sunfest. So it's for some sort of music festival. And I just think the exclusivity of it, I got to do a little bit of research because when I was looking up Sunfest, there were multiple ones. But I decided to grab it. It was $5, which is probably more than what I was comfortable, but I had a $2 discount, so I technically only paid $3 for it. But I wanted to give that one a try. All right, this is a brand, not new to me, like in terms of knowing about it, but new to the store, first time finding it, 511 Tactical. And so definitely always looking for tactical pants, but definitely tactical shirts as well should work. So we grabbed this one here, size extra large. And then this is maybe a bit of a homer pick, but I know if no one buys it, then I can at least wear it. This is New York Mets and Nike. It's size 2XL, probably a little bit big for me. But anyway, it's the Nike, the dry fit. And I was actually kind of surprised. There weren't many Nike dry fit New York Mets, and the sell-through was almost 100%, even with how horrible their season ended this year. All right, this one, I'm going to give credit again to these videos that I've been listening to. And just a reminder, there's 2 reasons to listen to these Bolo videos while you're outsourcing, and sometimes I'll listen to them while I'm sourcing or on the way to sourcing. One is to be introduced to new brands that you would not have known. I would have 100% passed on this shirt had I not heard about it. The other reason is to just remind you of things you already knew about. And I have one of those that we'll cover later on here today. So but this is Tailor Stitch. This is the first time I found a Tailor Stitch shirt. So we're going to, it's a little bit textured, but it definitely doesn't look like anything. If you feel it, though, you can feel it is a higher quality material. But just on an initial glance and the color and everything of it, I certainly would have passed on it. Maybe I would have looked it up, but I was kind of in a rush. So I think if I didn't already know the name, I would have passed on it. All right, and then we grabbed this Orvis shirt. This is a nylon shirt, so kind of more like that fishing style shirt. And so the Orvis nylon shirts look to have a pretty good sell-through rate, and it's long sleeve, so it's for people doing outdoors, hiking, camping. It's got vented sleeves, which is kind of like a little extra perk sort of thing. So again, we're going to try that one as well in the store. Some very boring colors today, but nonetheless. All right, and we did get some sweaters today. So it is sweater season. First we got was this Jeeves and Hawks, and this is 100% cashmere. I got this for $2. Jeeves and Hawks is not like a super well-known brand, but I did look up. There were some solds on it, and if I can find a brand that has solds and I can get a cashmere sweater for $2, I will take it. All right, and then we grabbed this Lacoste. We had a coral shirt yesterday, a coral pants yesterday, and now we got a coral sweater. Lacoste size 7. I think this is a slightly older tag. This is the cable knit sweater. You can see that there. So we did pay up for this one. I think we paid $12, but we'll be hunting for the $30 range for that. We got ourselves a coat. Again, it's really hard to find good winter gear down here in Florida, especially this time of year. But here's the brand, Marmot. Might be a brand you're familiar with. We've sold some Marmot stuff before. And this is a wool blend. So it's not 100% wool on the outside, but it's a wool blend coat. And it's in really good shape. Like I looked it over. It's barely worn, barely used. And so that'll be a really nice piece to add to the store. Now, go from winter coat to swim trunks. Yes, we did buy one pair of swim trunks. These are the AFCO, American Fish and Tackle Company, I believe is what that stands for. And again, why did I get it? Well, it has as much to do with the brand and the pattern together. So it's got the nice camo pattern, longer swim trunks. I actually kind of really like these, but we'll see. Again, if they don't sell, they can end in tier. All right, and I mentioned before, being reminded of things you already knew about. This is one of the things that I already knew about, but I kind of wouldn't even think to look for it normally, which is Goretex. Okay, so anytime you can find Goretex branded things. Now, these are Tourney. Tourney is the main brand, but it partners with Goretex, which is kind of just like moisture wicking. And these are, I'm not exactly sure if they're like ski pants, snow pants, whatever, but I would, I don't know if I would have passed on them, but it was just one of those, I was more alert to it because I knew of that, because it just came up in one of the BOLO lists of what I was listening to. So I encourage you to keep listening and keep watching. That's why you should subscribe to this channel, because I keep discovering new things. Some things are things that I've never heard of on any channel before. Doesn't mean they haven't been discovered, just not ones I'd come across. But a lot of these are ones that I found from other people as well. But one of the ones that I discovered personally that I hadn't heard covered in any videos is this blue Delta. So we actually sourced a pair of these pants. I haven't gotten them listed quite yet. They're in this pile. They were some green jeans. These are like some bluish type of jeans. Not like blue jeans, but blue turquoise. I'm going to have to see if they're the same size, because they came from a different thrift store, but to find them twice in a week after never having found them before. So we're going to do that. But yeah, Blue Delta has very few listed and a pretty good sell-through rate. And of course, with pants coming into season right now, that's what it is. So again, a lot better than yesterday, but I still had to walk out of a couple of stores. But I appreciate you guys, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. We did just cross the 2,000 subscriber mark, so I do appreciate each and every one of you for doing that. If you want to help this channel continue to grow and you want to support us financially, the best thing that you could do is just become a member, and you'll get early access to videos like this. So thank you to the channel members. You're going to get access to this video at like midnight or shortly thereafter. Everybody else, you get to see it at 7 a.m. But I do appreciate you guys, and so thank you so much for this. I hope this is helping for you. Tell me down in the comments below what's a new brand that you discovered either from this video or from some other video that you've been watching on YouTube.